Oh well, I can't remember the price of these, but they're handmade and they were cheaper than KTM rally pegs. Warning, not an instructional video, contains injuries. That's just this hand. Okay, well, I've lost track of time, but I think we're in week 5 of our local lockdown. So we've had 5 weeks of lockdown in the northwest. And today the whole of the country goes into a 4-week lockdown, and they're already moaning about it. We've had 5 weeks already, so it's looking like another 4 weeks national lockdown, then probably back into local lockdown. So we might not be able to ride again until spring, who knows? But it's for a good cause. We lost a family member to COVID at the weekend. She died within 48 hours of a positive diagnosis. So, you know, it is a real thing. Anyway, on with the adventurization, I'm going to call this. Now, some people go, oh, what are you changing the bike for? It's an enduro bike. Well, yeah, it is. But for my needs, I also want to travel on it. So I kind of see it as a lightweight adventure bike. That's what I'm aiming for. It's my bike, so I'm not defend myself. So today, as I say, I'm going for some lower foot pegs. I did feel standing wasn't quite at the geometry I wanted. Mainly because the foot pegs were a bit narrow, and also because I think they could be lowered a little bit. So as I say, I've chosen these 20mm lower pegs, and I'm now going to install them. So heaven knows I'm miserable now. No, heaven knows when I'll be able to go out and ride it again, but we'll keep at it a little bit at a time, and then hopefully I can do some vlogs later in the year or next year, even if I have to, sort of seeing how it went. Okay, let's get on with it. These are recommended to me by one of the watchers, and I'll put his name up. Thank you very much. These are handmade wider foot pegs for the KTM 690 Enduro R. As I say, they're handmade, but they're also lowered. I chose 20mm, they're bespoke. You can choose 10, 20 or 30mm, so I went for the middle one. Basically because I'm a bit concerned about the brake pedal if I went too low. I really don't like having the brake pedal above my foot peg. To that end, I also purchased this, which is a brake pedal lowering foot, pretty similar to the one that KTM put on the 790. So similar idea anyway. So I'm going to fit those, see how we go. It's quite an old school job, this. So I like to have the brake pedal just below the boot, if possible. So if I drop the pegs down by 20mm, then yep. This side it's a little bit worse, if anything, because as you have the heat shield here, or the guard, pushes your boot out even further. So really they should put the rally pegs on as standard. I think lots of people have said that. So you can see the difference. See, well, that's the wrong side, but yeah, there's going to be quite a big difference there when they're done, and they are also lower. So I think you can see that drops out by about 20mm, which is quite good. So you've got a split pin and a washer and a spring to remove. Split pins, do you remember when your back wheel used to be held by them? Hooray! Now, because all of this is soft, lightweight housing, you can't go hammer and tongs with this, you've got to be patient. So there's a spring to come out, which is held in there, and then this pin. Yeah, so it looks like you can tap the pin out and then deal with the spring afterwards. spring did go flying. There's the spring. There's the original peg. I think we'll put a bit of multi-purpose grease on them. Maybe some marks in there. Test it for size. Yeah, looks good to me. The trick to putting this on safely is to get that pin through that spring as fast as possible so the spring can't ping out because it's dangerous otherwise, and then work it out after that. It would definitely be better to buy some new split pins as well. I haven't got any, so I've got to reuse these. They'll be alright, but they're difficult to put back in. And with only a small amount of blood, pins back in, job's a good one. Right, let's put a boot on. There you can see there's a lot more room on there. Yes, I know it's the wrong boot, but usually the idea. As it's lower down, it should be easier to operate the gear lever as well. I will refit these for now, although I've bought some Perimoto metal ones, but that's for a future video. Codger Biker is out.